Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome to the Mothership. I just had to laugh because I checked to see what day it still is. And I've been away from my desk for a moment, but I had to go clean off some barnacles off the outside of the mothership. We've been out and about, taking care of some business, doing the inner work, getting some fresh, new, juicy things for y'all created. So it looks like it's still the 24th though. So let's see what messages we have. I think soon I might actually get to creating my recording space, so that'll be exciting. Anywho, there's a strong need for some of us to really get into that self-worth and knowing our own worth and accepting and loving ourselves completely. And when you're able to do this, you'll be able to open those doors to your own abundance. There's also a need to not be stingy. I'm saying stingy because that's a word everyone can kind of relate to. But the energy that and the approach also is that's needed is to give in order to receive. So really focusing on what you're putting out, what even frequencies you're putting out. Where are you putting your mental energy, your emotional energy, your physical body? What language is it speaking? All of these emit frequency, but it's even deeper than that. That's just an example. There's also, again, need to go into this perception that you've been holding and see where you're limited. And if you can't see where you're limited, try expanding your perception outward. And when you are able to get to this higher view, this is kind of like when you look at the spectrum of energy of duality, this thing and that thing, opposites, if you will, opposites attract. When you look at each end of the spectrum, you can see that it's one long wave of the same energy. And where did this pattern originate? Where did it come from? And most people carry certain dense patterns for a reason, and that might have to do with their karmic contracts or even the reason they came to this life, to transcend those patterns and those heavy lines. So remember not to have judgment around these. Go back to your self-worth and really do your forgiveness work, I'm hearing. This has a lot to do with just forgiving yourself and not holding grudges against yourself, especially, or being overly critical. If you are noticing some of these things I'm talking about, it's a good time to just really learn how to embrace yourself and look back at all the aspects of your former self and really acknowledge and accept and be grateful for that person, remembering that you're not any longer that person, but that person helped you get to where you are today. So that's one way that you can turn that into a positive. There's another message of ultimate trust, knowing that you will make it to the other side of this bridge, acting as if, not in the sense of just completely blending in and not standing up in your power or your voice, but even if you're uncertain or you don't exactly know all the steps you need to take or even the direction you're heading at times, just knowing that you will know when it's time because you're trusting your higher self, you're working on your alignment, and you will get there. So sometimes you need to embody the energy that you want before it shows up for you. You need to get into the vibrational alignment with yourself and your soul. And that's kind of what acting as if is all about. before what you want arrives, you have to intend it. I'm going to get one more card. So this is a message about really getting into your own voice and also working on your throat chakra, and I'm hearing also your third eye, really expanding any limitation up and out, and also hearing not being afraid to express yourself. So often we've been suppressed and oppressed and depressed and all these things, so it's hard to get past those blocks sometimes. And actually, I'm hearing right now, if you're listening to this message, your throat chakra is being worked on right now as I'm speaking. There is like a, I'm trying to figure out how to put this into English words. It's not that I'm hearing it in another language, it's just I get the sensation. So if that's how you're wondering how I'm able to do this, this is how I can work on your energy body as well, because everything is energy and everything is always in constant change. So you listening to my voice right now as I'm doing this recording, it doesn't matter what time and space this is happening in, now is now. So the reason that you can experience having your throat chakra cleared as I'm talking about it is it's not magic. It's just energy. It's just frequency. You're getting in touch with my vibration, and I know who I am and my intent, and I know what I'm capable of. And so when you are hearing me speak and I'm talking about your throat chakra, it's as if that automatically will shift you out of that block that you've been experiencing. So I know that was a little unexpected, but some of you had some questions around that. So I just went ahead and answered it. And if you're interested, I do have a few workshops and courses on getting to know your energetic field. So you can check those out. But I wanted to say a couple more things about this card in particular. If you're a musician, if you're not a musician, if you're working with sound and vibration and different frequencies, solfeggio frequencies are very popular. All these kind of things, binaural beats, everything like that, it will get you to shift out of some of those places you've had constraints, and it will be very helpful. And there's also a suggestion that when you do that, you deepen the work on yourself by taking things more into the physical realm as well. So you're not just listening to a piece of music, but you're acting on it after you hear it, or during the time that you hear it, or anything like that. But all these suggestions are a way to raise your vibration and raise your frequency, so that ultimately you are more in a sense of self, of who you truly are, your true self, your true alignment with yourself, and you know your own worth. And that's going to link you up with your abundance and your health and your wealth and your vitality. And you're going to be able to see and know the truth and not feel so lost. And lost is not a bad thing. I'm just using the word lost because sometimes when we can't see, we have blockages in our, I'm hearing some of you have third eye blockages as well. And my suggestion for that is the 13 Moonstone Cosmic Tarot Oracle Workbook. There's a lot of things that can help expand your psychic center. And actually also the empath course too. Both of those can help a lot with that type of stuff. So let me see if there's anything else for us today. I know many of you are working really hard at manifesting. Um, I'm not saying don't give up, but don't fall into that energy of like frustration, because it is coming. And if you're getting interference, it's for a reason, and go at your own pace. These energies that are coming in will support you even more. And it's also good to, I'm hearing the word safe harbor. So it's good to kind of find a safe harbor right now as you do your work. And I'm also just going to make one more suggestion that if any of you use essential oils, that you use some lavender, especially on the two centers I mentioned, the third eye and the throat chakra, and even the heart, anywhere that feels good, but this is going to help release some of those blockages.